Hi everyone, so we're back today and today is all about sinuses. I'm going to go through a couple of quick little treatments that will help to relieve sinus, to relieve a little bit of pressure from the head, from the face and from the neck and the shoulders. I'm going to start by showing you some oils that can help. Now obviously if the infection is quite strong you might need to visit your doctor, but these are little things you can try that might help just relieve a little bit of pressure. So we always use a carrier oil when we're mixing the essential oils. I normally use grapeseed oil or jojoba oil. I find it quite good and brings very little reaction with people. If you take an empty little bottle and just put in a little bit of your carrier oil, normally about 10 mils of the oil, and today we're going to mix a little bit of peppermint essential oil. So maybe 2 drops of the peppermint oil. We're going to use a little bit of eucalyptus. 1 drop of the eucalyptus. And then lastly we're using a little bit of rosemary. Now rosemary oil is very good to relieve any heaviness in around the head, in around the eyes and the nose. And then just give the bottle a little shake. And it's always important to keep your oils in dark little bottles and make sure they're kept out with the direct sunlight. So we'll start then, just take a little bit of the oil onto the hands. And to start them, we just a gentle stroke up and down the centre of the forehead. So you're working into the tissue. And for some people that might be even quite painful just to place the hands on the forehead. So you're just actually loosening up the muscles of the face. And then we'll just draw gently across. So finger pressure is quite enough for this because you're already going to be a little bit tender. We're just bringing awareness into the fascia in the face. And the oils will just work into the skin and into the points we're trying to alleviate the little bit of pressure. We'll then just gently glide down along either side of the nose. And these 2 pressure points here, right at the corner of the nose. So nice light pressure. And then very gently we'll drain across in under the bone of the eye, down to the back of the ear. And at the pressure point here, we're going to give a little pumping action. And then very gently we'll drain right down to this little point here in the throat. So you can repeat that 3 or 4 times. A little bit of self-massage. Place another little bit of the oil onto the hands and just use like a cupping movement with your hand where you're going to work into the tissue. Just into the top of the shoulders, a very light little pressure. So a lot of the time with sinuses we can be quite stressed. A lot of people don't take into account that their shoulders can be quite tight, their neck can be quite tight. If you work at an office, you're sitting at a desk all day. So the same on the opposite side, and you'll just gently work into the shoulders. And I often find maybe 3 or 4 times, repeated 3 or 4 times will be plenty. And then just take the gentle pressure of your thumb and just come to the back of the head and work into the back of the head. So you're just tracing around the bones of the back of the head. And just bring in just gentle pressure in around the back of the head. So here at the centre we actually do a nice Indian head massage that works on all these points and relieving pressure. So the same thing, just repeat that a couple of times. Up around the temples. These areas can be quite inflamed when the sinuses are quite strong. So just to massage into the temples, a nice gentle pressure. And the other little things we use here at the centre are these little eye packs. There's a local lady makes these, the Haggart. She uses all her own lavender, and these can be really nice when you're feeling that pressure in the face, pressure in the head. So lavender essential oil is a really good oil to just soothe the body. It's a mild anti-inflammatory. So you can just place that across the eyes and just let it rest on the eyes. And the other thing to be aware of is your breath. A lot of us are stressed now, and you might focus a lot on your breathing. So just to get into a proper breathing technique, nice gentle breaths in and out through the nose and relaxing through your nose. then finally, the last little thing is a nice little stretch for the neck. So it's all about awareness in your body. Just be aware of the tightness. So start off with a nice little rotation of the head. Take a nice gentle breath, inhaling as we lift up. And exhale then as you release back to the chest. Inhaling all the way up. Exhaling, releasing. And you can do that on both sides. And you're most definitely going to notice one side probably a little bit tighter than the other. The other little stretch we use is take your left hand in under your bottom. Bring your right hand up to the ear. And then very slowly begin to lower the head towards the right shoulder. Now with stretching is brilliant, but sometimes people can really overstretch and it can cause the problems to inflame. So just be aware of the stretch, a nice gentle stretch. And you're going to hold the stretch for a couple of seconds. By placing the hand in under the bottom, you're alleviating the shoulder and it's allowing a nice deep stretch into the sternocleidomastoid muscles of the neck, which work right up into the head. So once again, just breathe in that stretch. And when you're releasing, slowly allow your head back into the center. So the right hand goes down, the left hand goes up. And a lot of the time when I show this stretch to people, I can find they start to pull the head forward. And that can be too much pressure. So just be aware of your middle finger at the ear. And you're just gently cradling the head to the opposite side. And very slowly you'll hold in the stretch. And just very slowly breathe into the stretch. And slowly release. Okay, so the last little stretch we're going to do is going to work on the back of the head, up into the back of the neck. So you're going to take your hand, cup your hand, and place it over the crown of the head. And very slowly then we bring our chin to that same side of the chest. So we slowly release the chest all the way down. We inhale, slowly lifting up. And then exhale, slowly releasing down. So as the chin reaches the chest, you're going to feel a nice stretch into the opposite side of the head. And then very slowly we'll take it to the opposite side. So the cupping of the head and then very slowly releasing to the chest. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, releasing down. And then very gently release the head back into the center. So these are just a couple of little things that might help, just give a little bit of ease into the body. I hope you've enjoyed it today. And just a quick reminder that at the center here we do reflexology, the physical therapy, and maybe a little bit of dry needling. And we use them as a holistic package just to relieve the sinuses. So if you'd like any more information, feel free and we'll chat to you soon. Thank you.